How to get out of debt and start to rebuild your credit. I live in Canada, British Columbia, so some of the info in this video may not apply to you. The concepts and ideas might still be useful. I do not intend to provide you with financial advice and am sharing a personal experience on how I rebuilt my credit and ways I earned some money in the process. The first step for me was getting rid of any credit cards I had. The second step was looking into my options for my debt as well as making the appropriate lifestyle changes and making a plan to stay out of debt. My lifestyle change was I had a gambling addiction. I made another video on how I overcame that. I looked into a consumer proposal, bankruptcy, making a payment plan with my debtors or simply walking away from my debts. I decided I would walk away from my debt, but that might not be right for you. I highly recommend you look into the laws and implications of each option in your country, state or province. If you don't have any debt, you can skip this step. This video is not intended as legal advice. Step 2: I applied for a prepaid visa, free credit score monitoring and credit fraud protection with a company called Mogo. I am recommending this company as I use them myself. I left a referral bonus that provides you $5 free in the description. Feel free to use it if you like, or if you would rather not, I highly recommend checking them out regardless. You can use any number of other companies, or if your bank offers Visa or MasterCard debit, that will work. I personally like reward programs if they are free. The more money I can save, the further I am from being in debt again. I will provide more info on Mogo in a moment. Step 3: I started to save my money, and once I had some savings, I went to the bank to see about getting a secure credit card. I will go into more details later in the video. Something no one tells you. When I first got a credit card, I had no idea the impact it would have on my life. No one explained how it worked. All I knew was to make the minimum payments, and someone even told me carrying a balance was important to build your credit. Until I found this on mogo.ca. Payment history makes up about 35% of your score, so pay your bills on time. Missing a $4 payment on a credit card, for example, could be as bad as missing a $400 payment, so don't skip the minimum payment. This also includes collections. Some creditors, even city parking ticket collectors, may report that you haven't paid them to your credit bureau, or even use a third-party collection agency to get their money back. These collections on your credit bureau can lower your score. Always be aware of whom you owe money to, even if it's just a parking ticket. This is your level of indebtedness. Utilization ratio. This is how much of your total available credit you're using. Try to keep your balance below 35% of your credit limit, and don't ever go over 70%, even if you pay it off every month. This knowledge really changed how I use my credit cards. Now I pay off my balance every 21 days, and it dramatically raised my score in only a few months. Mogo.ca offers a lot of free ways to really make rebuilding your credit easy. I know when I first stopped using credit cards, I was glad to be able to still order off Amazon and sign up for Netflix. It also really helps to see your credit score monthly and track your progress. It is also nice to get rewarded for spending your own money. The next portion of my video is for people who have started to accrue some savings and want to rebuild their credit. How I rebuilt my credit and made money doing it. At the time, I was 6 years into walking away from my debts and still had a car repossession under my name. In Canada, BC debt is wiped clean after 7 years, so I still had a year before anyone would loan me money except for predatory lenders with 50% or higher interest rates and secure credit card companies that charge high annual fees with no rewards. I had savings of about $1,000 in the bank, and I wanted to start rebuilding my credit. I was told by a couple banks they would only do secure credit cards for immigrants coming into Canada. However, one major Canadian bank offered me a secure credit card. I chose to give them $500 of my money to put into a GIC that I could not touch for 2 years. In exchange they approved me for a $500 limit on a card with no annual fee and a cash back of 2% on gas and groceries with 1% on all other purchases. Over the next 2 years I used this card as if it was cash and made sure to pay the balance off in full every 21 days or sooner. I made around $300 in cash back each year and my credit score went up 100 points. At the end of the second year, I was able to unlock my GIC and take my money plus a small amount of interest. If you have a gambling problem or an addiction problem, please watch my other video and obtain professional help if needed. If you want to support my channel, please subscribe, like and use my referral in the link below to sign up for Mogo and earn $5. Thanks for watching.